Due to the graphic nature and coarse language of the following presentation, listener discretion is highly advised. Additionally, the cast and crew of Two Nerds and a Mohawk would like to urge anyone under the age of 16 or easily offended to please stop listening immediately. You have been warned. Thank you and enjoy the show.
This is episode 18. 18. I did the math the other day. I was like, damn! I mean, officially we should be closer to 20, but thanks, Microsoft, you bunch of assholes. You had to fucking redact everything. Sons of bitches. Anyway.
I'll get you, Microsoft! Nah!
I'd love to see you bum rush Microsoft like that. I really would. Come and get them! Gates! And it's like, never mind.
Yeah, meanwhile, upstairs, did you hear something?
Yeah, exactly.
I think it was the cricket in the corner.
Send the stormtroopers.
Alright, so.
I would have my revenge!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Two Nerds and a Mohawk Show. I am your host, the Village Idiot. Rolling with me tonight is the Kracksquatch. And returning to the show for his third appearance.
Yep, I think.
Third appearance, yeah. Third appearance.
I kick out the thing.
Shut up. Anyway, welcome back for your third appearance, Homeless Joe.
What's up?
Not much. Alright. Tonight I think we're gonna go ahead and talk about some both unfortunate and fortunate movies that have been made out of video games. There's plenty of them out there. I think everybody has seen at least one at one point or some form of video.
Minimum, you've sure have heard of it.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll also get into maybe some that would be nice to see made into movies, and then some that people are
Pray they
bitching
don't fuck it up?
Yeah, or pray that don't get made because it's just not gonna work here. So first off, let's get into movies or video games that have been. What are you laughing about? You laughing about that fuck up?
Yeah.
Let's see you do it more perfect.
What more perfect what?
What the hell I thought. Anyway. Yeah, exactly. So, I think most memorable and probably one that everyone would like to forget because it haunts everyone, Super Mario Brothers. Think back to the whole, Mario was the shit for, however long that was. Somebody got it in their head, hey, let's make a movie about Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
It's a great idea, right?
So,
In hindsight.
In hindsight.
All we need are two plumbers and
Well,
a spiky dude and...
I gotta give them credit, they used Bob Hoskins, who is actually a decent enough actor, and a young John Leguizamo.
He's pretty sweet.
Yeah, he's alright. I mean, he's gone on to do some good things, but I think that will forever be a perpetual thorn in his side.
Oh, yeah.
I say horn because thorn just doesn't quite cover it. You got
It's like a bull's horn.
Lance, maybe.
Yeah, we're talking like a fucking jousting spear stuck in his side. I think it's always gonna be one of those, hey, weren't you that guy on Super? Shut the fuck up!
Shut up!
And he's gonna go in the whole Sid voice. Shut the fuck up! I don't know what to talk about.
God damn it, you blood out your memory!
Shit, the song does not recognize Super Mario Brothers as being a movie. So, but that one was still kind of forgivable. I think it was a little too adventurous because in all reality, it's really hard to translate something like Super Mario Brothers because, admit it, it's a fucking acid trip.
Your princess is in another castle. That was your entire plot.
Your princess is in my castle.
Yeah,
I mean, that was the entire plot. How the hell do you make a movie out of this bare bones basic plot of your princess is in another castle?
Well, not to mention,
Really?
you've got a plumber running around eating mushrooms, stomping at the living shit.
Out of overgrown mushrooms.
Yeah, mushrooms and turtles and throwing fireballs.
Yeah, throwing fireballs.
What the fuck?
Breaking bricks with skull.
Yeah, exactly.
And getting attacked by the sun and clouds.
You know,
Like,
shit.
what the...
Son looks fucking deranged.
Then he gets to the point where he starts flying, it's like, what the...
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like I
it's
said,
like
it's a
acid trip.
fucking acid trip.
This motherfucker spits fire and fucking flies. And then they give the motherfucker a frog suit?
Oh, let's not forget the raccoon too.
Hey, the raccoon tail's sweet. I wish I could just put on a raccoon's tail and fucking fly. What the fuck? That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, seriously, like what the fuck?
It does.
I mean, at least in
Come on.
like more recent ones, they gave him like a flying scroll suit, where you actually kind of glided. It's like, okay, that at least makes sense.
But before I start sounding like I'm bad-mouthing Mario, I want to throw out, I wore a Mario shirt to work tonight. Because I am just the huge Nintendo guy.
Oh, yeah.
Don't sue me, Nintendo, for using your name and degrading your best character to date.
I think we've degraded Nintendo in the
Nintendo
past.
and all of it,
Yeah, it has its
Nintendo and all
place.
that copyright bubble. Anyway,
Alright,
GM.
so the next movie that was made out of a video game, at least we're probably forgetting some. So for all of you that are getting butthurt, that you forgot this one. What about that one? Calm the fuck down. We only have like half an hour to do this.
We
So.
don't remember everything.
Yeah. Most memorable one for me, at least, and maybe not just me, Mortal Kombat.
What, yeah?
Paul W.S. Anderson, who would later go on to direct Resident Evil, which we'll talk about later. He also directed Death Race, Alien vs. Predator. His first movie, not a lot of people remember, was Mortal Kombat. Which,
Awesome.
the first one was awesome, albeit now I own it on DVD and I go back and watch it, I'm like, this is one of the cheesiest motherfucking movies ever.
It's still awesome. I mean,
Johnny Cage in that movie was such a fucking tool.
Oh yeah.
That was a $500 pair of sunglasses, asshole. And he fucking punches Goro in the stomach, and Goro's just like, what? What?
Doesn't he end up like fucking punched him in the nuts?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
punched him in the nuts and just
That hurts him.
Yeah.
Sounded
Goro's like,
dying Wookiee.
Yeah. But
Cheesy fucking.
it was a cheesy fucking movie, but it was at least decent.
It was.
Oh yeah.
And then
Because
they made a
But
sequel.
then when you got to the sequel,
Annihilation was fucking horrible.
please annihilate that film.
Exactly.
It needs to be destroyed and erased from the
See, with the first movie,
existence.
at least they kind of made it work because, admittedly, Mortal Kombat was not an easy translation whatsoever. Because the original Mortal Kombats, they had a basic story, but for the most part, 90% of the time, you were beating the living shit out of somebody. Not a lot to go off. You know. So, I think they did a decent job, but like I said, Annihilation was a total fuck. It's a fuckery. For those of you not
yes,
familiar
a
with
major
the word, the Village Idiot has made his own word and used it on a regular
You
basis.
wordified it. It's fair game.
Yep, wordified it, claims the word is fuckery. Webster would define it as a situation which one would be forced to ask, what the fuck, repeatedly. So that's what fuckery falls under. It sounded a lot cooler the first time I said it.
So if you want to fight somebody for their fuckery, would their fuckery be missed fuckery? I'm sorry, I just want to say this.
Wow.
Wow.
Thank you, Homeless Joe, for that,
Colorful imagery.
that insight. But, alright, so, moving on from that, what was actually the next one? Because the only ones that come to mind next are, Tomb Raider and Resident Evil. Street Fighter.
Yeah, Street Fighter.
I was trying to forget Street Fighter.
How can you forget something that just fucks your childhood up that?
Oh,
That's why I'm trying to
that was so
forget it.
horrible.
I mean, arguably, that's why I'm trying to forget it.
Why vibrating?
Watching that movie as a young teen, like, you just felt right there. Or like you call CPS. My parents just let me watch Street Fighter. Yeah.
Alright, Kracksquatch is gonna leave the studio momentarily. Have fun, Kracksquatch. Alright, so anyway, yeah, Street Fighter, honestly, I'm trying to forget it because it was that awful. I can't think of the worst movie. Well, I can probably think of a worse movie.
Human Centipede.
Oh. Why do you always have to bring that fucking movie
Because
up?
it's fucking awful. It's ass to mouth for like an hour and a half. That's all it is. So ass to mouth.
Oh. See, thankfully that's not a video game movie, so we're all good.
well, since we're kind of waiting for him anyway, what about just video games that they made, or movies they made video games? Like, you ever played the Chronicles of Riddick from Xbox?
That, honestly, I have not played it yet,
Dude,
but
I think it's called Escape from Butcher Bay.
yep, there's something a Dark Athena too.
But in the Butcher Bay one, you basically do missions in prison, like you shake people and you have to collect packs of cigarettes and shit. It's fucking sweet for like 2 hours, and then you get out. It's like, this sucks. Yeah, pretty much. I just restart.
Life outside of prison just isn't what you expect it to be.
It's just fucking sweet. It's kind of like, yeah, I'm a white kid, so if I went to prison, I'd probably get fucked up. But, you know, in this game, I'm, you know, a big fucking beastly dude. I'm just like beating motherfuckers to death. It's everything I wanted. Well, not really. I never wanted.
I was gonna say you wanted to go to prison.
I'm not from Compton. That's not my goal in life. So I can rap about it.
Homeless Joe's dream for his adulthood to go to prison.
Yeah. For a non-sex offender-based thing, so my sweet ass doesn't get raped. Anyway, it's turning kind of
Yeah, it's turned a little
off color.
It's way off color. Alright, moving on from that. So where are we? Street Fighter?
Dead or Alive. I mean, I'm done with Street Fighter.
Yeah. Well, Dead or Alive came later. I think the next one, honestly, was Tomb Raider. Which, to me, was not Tomb Raider. I want to say it was rather disappointing.
It was an Angelina Jolie movie. I mean, she's hot, but that's the only thing that movie has.
It was an hour and a half of slow motion, boobs bouncing back and forth, and how many times can we get her naked before the credits roll? You know, to me it was overly distracting, and Lara Croft was more or less a bimbo.
Yeah.
No, and to me that kind of destroyed the whole purpose of Lara Croft.
The game was great.
Yeah, I mean the game for its time was.
It was for the PlayStation. Yeah. It was an early PlayStation, so it's like, oh shit, this is pretty cool.
And it was one of the first of its kind, really. To think about, the only other core female character you had up until that point was Samus Aran. And, I mean, God knows we never knew that she was a chick until the end of fucking Metroid. And then it was like, oh! Holy shit, this is a chick! Hey, shut the fuck up. We're having a discussion here. You had to interrupt it all.
Coming from Squatch.
Yeah, exactly. Bag. Alright, so anyway, we're on...
Squatchery does not work on
Squatch.
It doesn't.
I'm just thinking it's like that.
Squatchery.
Not so good.
Squattery. Anyway, we're talking about
What you could call a large group of Kracksquatches.
Squatchery. Squatchery.
I bet it smells like ass and wet.
Hey! Nah, mostly just wet dog.
Wet dog.
Anyway, Kracksquatch, you're coming into Lara Croft Tomb Raider. Your thoughts?
Oh, Lara Croft. Honestly, you know, Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, I went there already.
Yep. I think we've uncovered that.
A nice body, but I don't know. You know, me personally, the lips bug the shit out of me.
She did not make a good Lara Croft. That's my point.
Yeah, there's that too.
And I have not seen Cradle of Life yet, just because I was opposed to the first movie, so it was one of those, well, how much better can it possibly get? It's already a steaming pile of shit. You can't exactly polish a turd that well, can you?
No, because he's still a hunk of shit.
Exactly.
The only thing that had going
Probably
for
able
it
to
is,
spray paint it with like metal or something. Like you know.
let me lay a turd and then you spray paint it with gold spray paint. I just want to watch you do this. I will bring one to work too.
Well, like us.
Only if you throw it in the line.
Anyway,
Sorry.
like I was telling Elton Joe here, it was one of the, basically what I attribute the movie to is an hour and a half of how many times can we get Angelina Jolie naked, and how many times can we do a slow motion bouncing boob shot. You know,
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, if I wanted slow motion bouncing boobs, I would just watch Baywatch.
I just put porno in slow.
Slow that bitch down.
I at least
that?
want to see some magic freaks with my slow.
Oh, come on, man. Really?
Yeah, I think.
Okay, I'm just checking.
So if the wife ever listens to this, she'll like, you want to see what?
To the couch!
Yeah, to the couch I go! Well, if it gets bad enough, I'm sleeping on my buddy Bill's couch, so...
Hello, my baby. Hello, my... just singing and dancing that all the way out the door.
No shit.
Anyway.
Very, very nice.
Alright, so about a year later from that atrocity known as Tomb Raider, Paul W.S. Anderson comes back onto the scene with Resident Evil.
Sweet.
Which I thought was a great movie because it captured all the elements from the game that everyone was so used to. The close quarter, the terror. Everything about the game actually made it into the movie, but it didn't completely try to follow the game's path.
Which was good. Speaking of the game, I'm hoping one of your viewers can maybe leave a comment, since it confuses the fuck out of me, and I need more nerds to help me. When did they change the G virus to the T virus? It's been both in the game, and I don't understand what the fuck the difference is. So I hope someone can enlighten me.
The G virus was a higher concentration. It had a lot more, oh, Jesus.
And more Jesus.
No.
Holy shit.
The
Anyway.
G virus was more of a mutagen
Okay.
than the T virus was.
Okay.
Where the T virus was more of a reanimator, the G virus was a mutagen.
Okay, because I think even I've been confused playing through the games. Like, it's the T virus, it's the G virus, I think the movie calls it both.
The T virus is horrifying on its own, but the G virus, anytime that's brought up, it causes everyone to stop and go, oh fuck, we are screwed.
Nice.
So-
Thank you for clarifying.
Yep. But anyway, back to Resident Evil 2002, great movie. Mila Jovovich plays Alice.
So hot.
Yeah, she is. Still,
Oh yeah, she's old.
she's a little older now, has a kid, still hot.
Oh,
Still ass kicking to this day.
People can pull that off. That's
No.
As an added bonus, almost every movie she's in, she's naked. At least once. So it's like, yeah, you're hot, titties.
They also had Michelle Rodriguez in that movie too, as kind of a different role because the same year, I'm pretty sure, either earlier that year or the following year, she was in Fast and the Furious.
She's kick-ass.
She is. She's not one of those girly girls, although, spoiler alert for those of you that have seen the latest entry of Resident Evil today, which is, what's it, Retribution? She plays two people in the movie. Yeah, she plays kind of a girly girl and she's driving a fucking Prius.
Oh god.
I laughed so hard when I saw this. I'm like, I wonder if they had to like coax her into the car.
Dude, that's up there with like Sigourney Weaver being a girly girl. It doesn't work.
It does no. If Sigourney was ever a girly girl, I'd be like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, exactly. Like, no.
That's another ass kicker that you just can't see wearing like a flowery dress and going through the through the fucking fields and the sound of music.
Nice.
You're welcome for that imagery.
My brain hurts.
But since the first
Working by
entry
reality.
of Josh, I'm talking. So since the first Resident Evil, there's been 4 other entries, that being Apocalypse, Extinction, Afterlife, and Retribution. Honestly, the one that I could have lived without was fucking Apocalypse. It felt too rushed. It tried so hard to steal elements from Resident Evil 2, and it felt like a poser, really. It felt like a 40-year-old trying to be cool. Like, you know what I mean? No offense to anybody that's 40, but I mean the 40-year-old that's, got the,
Abercrombie.
yeah, oh no, fuck Abercrombie.
I'm just making like a frat boy.
There we go, that's fair. I was gonna say, I am not giving any props whatsoever to that pretentious fucking douchebag over at
You're
Abercrombie.
bad. You ain't me.
Yeah, hey, Jeff Jeffries.
Anyway.
Fuck the fuck off.
Fuck the fuck.
Anyway,
I'm
there's my shout out for the night.
I'm gonna rock my Levi's, motherfucker. Working man.
Anyway, I'm getting way off topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit, we've already like had that rant all on
No, but that's actually just got to be in a show, man.
You know,
Yeah,
yeah,
you're next.
seriously.
Yeah, hey, Jeff, you're listening to this, you're next, motherfucker.
Dun,
Anyway,
dun, dun.
I'm waiting for Buddha to come back. I
Oh
wanna
yeah,
get-
that's definitely a Buddha topic. Which we are
This
working on.
motherfucker! Yeah, by the way,
Yeah, we
For
are
those of
working
you
on
that-
getting Buddha back.
yeah, for those of you that missed the announcement, hopefully we'll have Buddha back sometime, either August or September. Hopefully. Anyway, so, Resident Evil, moving on from there, where does that put?
Oh.
See, there was Dead or Alive, which was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Dead or Alive has always been and always will be about scantily clad, big boob chicks beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
You don't really need a movie.
No
You-
story.
You did not deserve a movie. How the fuck you got a movie is beyond me. Somebody got desperate. What do you want all you bimbos to take your clothes off and fight? Fight! You know?
Just go to the strip club to round up your cast. I'll pay you in cocaine.
Fuck that, you know what you need to do is go in there with cameras and throw something down on the stage and watch it all and
Pretend you have money. It's like a bunch of ones wrapped in 100. Come on, the parking lot, baby.
throw it right on the stage and call it good.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah. More.
Alright, well, okay, the one movie that does stand out in 2006, somebody actually did Silent Hill. Now, that movie actually scared me. A couple parts made me jump. It legitimately felt like the game. For those of you that haven't played Silent Hill, it's very similar to Resident Evil. You wake up in this weird-ass town that, you know, it's kind of empty, really.
Yeah.
You go through this game, but first 10 minutes of the game, you don't see anybody. And all of a sudden, everything goes pitch black and all hell breaks loose. They pulled it perfectly in fucking... I have zero complaints about the movie. It felt like the game, it looked like the game, but it still held its own. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm just waiting. You know what movie I'm waiting for. I'm a big fan of the franchise. This
Huh?
fucking
Oh, Jesus. I was, yeah, okay, here we go.
You gotta bite that bullet.
2005, a movie comes out called Doom. Now, to be fair, it was a good movie, kind of.
it was good.
It just wasn't a good Doom movie.
I can tell you my number one complaint. The Bioforce gun. Dude,
Oh.
fuck that shit.
The
Big
BFG.
fucking gun. End of story. That's
Yeah.
what it is. Period. Big fucking
And
gun.
for a rated R movie, they could have said it. And to be,
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
to be fair, when The Rock walks past it, he utters that to himself.
You know,
Yeah, but
honestly,
sorry,
that
that's
ensemble,
what it was.
that cast worked well together, the story even worked. The title is what I have the problem with.
Yeah, if it wasn't Doom, it would have been good.
I think the problem was that they based this movie off a game that hadn't been released. Doom 3 didn't come out until after the movie came out.
It was the build on
It was, but you know, I think for hardcore Doom players from the mid-90s, we were waiting for a return to hell and we got fucking Mars.
Yeah, what the fuck?
What is this shit, Mars?
Let's get you off the bars.
I played Doom. Had it for the PC.
Yeah.
I played it until I played it until I got sick. My mom was just mortified with fucking game. I mean,
Well, because as we know, it's so terrifically graphic.
Well, for the time it was.
Well, yeah, for its time.
it's like just perfect cause and effect. You point the gun and something explodes and what?
Make me laugh.
It's fucking great. But no, they bring out a game with fucking Shrek-like graphics. Just a fucking awesome. Just fucking awesome. I don't mean Shrek as in like a fucking kid's movie. I mean the CGI was like watching a fucking do something.
Yeah.
And it was just...
It had its moments, but it was a good game. Overall, it was a good game. It just was not a good Doom.
I disagree.
Really?
Good game as a game,
It was
but
an okay game. The problem is the other thing. They didn't have enough secrets. The secrets that they had were stupid easy to find. So it's like, you know, and it was extremely linear, which is against like everything Doom's ever been.
Doom was fucking linear as fuck. I don't know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
I know,
The levels themselves weren't.
No, the levels are hard as fuck.
Yeah, the levels were more, fucking maze labyrinth shit. You know, that's what I mean. I mean, yeah, the story was linear as all
Fair
fuck.
Yeah.
The levels themselves, it wasn't walk down this corridor, open this door, get
No,
key, come
I
back,
got
open
lost
that
so
door.
many times in Doom 2 trying to figure
Exactly
shit
my
out.
point. That's what it is.
Doom
Yeah.
3 should have just been.
Yep.
If it would have been like first one, I would be fair. If Doom 3 would have just been a Quake, I would finish that. But
Yeah,
You
the fact that
slap
it
a
was
title on something, and if the fans don't recognize it as being part of what they're used to, then you're in trouble.
I believe that's what they're gonna recognize that.
I hope so. I really hope so.
They got a lot to make up.
Well, if it is listening, fucking come on.
John Carmack needs to hurry up and rectify what he should have years ago.
Yeah, we've been waiting for years. I'm giving up. Well, it got bought by, I don't even fucking know. I don't think it was Activision. It was one of the big names, though. They bought it. Or the rights to games.
Well, we'll have to see about that. But, alright, let's, while we still have a little bit of time, let's touch on some games that maybe should become movies, and a couple that really do not have a place. I'll start off with the ones that should not be made, and I'll say it right now, and everybody can get all fucking pissed off all they want. Grand Theft Auto.
Fuck. Oh God.
Fuck.
You cannot
No,
make
no,
a movie out of Grand Theft Auto. Reason being is because Grand Theft Auto is based off of Casino, Reservoir Dogs, Scarface. Every
In other
fucking
words, it's
gangster-
already been done.
It has been. Every element of Grand Theft Auto has been centralized around gangster movies. So,
Yeah.
it's almost pointless to do a Grand Theft Auto game. Or movie. Wow, game.
Yeah.
Anyway, a Grand Theft Auto movie would just be pointless. It would be. As much as I love the game, the world, the atmosphere, plus, how the hell are you going to harness a sandbox game into a linear story? Because
Yeah.
that's just against
Exactly.
the formula of Grand Theft
That's
Auto.
the biggest problem.
You can't. You can't. I mean, what are you going to do? Oh, well, Tommy woke up in the morning, killed some bitches and went back to bed.
Yeah, no shit. Kill the hooker, stole the car.
He's
Yeah,
going back to
serial.
bed now, It's
Well,
boring as
they
shit.
could at least do it like, well, they couldn't do San Andreas. That'd be like, fucking idiot.
Boys in the Hood.
Yeah, I was gonna say Boys in the Hood.
But if you want to see a movie about San Andreas, go watch Boys in the Hood. That's horrible.
I like, oh, you guys are probably going to disagree. It's just because I'm looking at this game right now. I haven't played it, don't fucking know. But, Fallout.
I would have said it, however, Mad Max, The Road Warrior.
It's similar, but I mean, I like.
I mean, true. Similar genre
Yeah.
and post-apocalyptic.
But once again, though, New Vegas is one of those games. How would you harness
very
it?
sandbox?
I don't know. And I know some of your listeners are probably younger. They're like, Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. Go play Fallout 1 and Fallout 2.
Yep.
Best turn-based RPG.
Yep.
As long as it's fun.
Fallout 3 is a little frustrating for me, at least. I like it, but it gets to a point where it's a little monotonous.
That's why I told you to buy New Vegas.
Yeah, on the advice of Homeless Joe, I picked up New Vegas, and that's the only thing that has been in my PlayStation 3 for the past month.
It's been in my 360. Sorry, we can play it when we PS3.
I ain't gonna play it.
My PC wins.
Well,
Anyway.
Fuck you.
if we end up upgrading and we get the new systems coming out, can we fight our systems to death?
Fuck you.
We'll just make battle bots out of them or something.
That'd be awesome.
If anyone remembers fucking battle
Dude,
bots,
that would be
With Bill Nye
fucking
the Science
awesome.
Guy hosting it.
Well,
Dude, I miss that show.
I do too.
Yeah, that'd be
Alright,
fun.
anyway. Let's see. What's another movie that should not be made? Or a game that
God
should not
of
be
War.
Oh.
Face it, it would just be
Wild
raining
card
blood.
bullshit.
It would just be raining blood. That would be the whole fucking movie, just
Would,
bits and gore everywhere.
would Slayer play the soundtrack for it? It would just
Oh,
be
fuck
raining,
yeah!
raining blood the whole time.
That would be the whole movie. 2 hours of just blood, guts, gore, bleh.
So-
And the occasional.
So it'd be kind of like.
Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, yes.
So it'd be kind of like 300's bastard redheaded stepchild that it doesn't want.
Yeah, seriously, I mean, all kidding aside, it would make for a horror It would. Especially when you look at the plot itself, it's just, I'm out for revenge.
Well, hey,
I mean, yeah, very basic, but it's like...
So another one that should not be made, and people have tried it and failed. Well, didn't really fail, they just lost their funding. Halo. Halo was set up, Peter Jackson was attached to the project. The project's plug was pulled, and what came out of it was what we know as District 9.
fucking sweet.
Just a little Easter egg, if everyone's seen District 9 and you own it, go back and look at the MNU trucks, the white ones in particular, not the armored transports, but just the pickup trucks. Notice anything weird about their setup? It's because all those trucks were originally Warthogs for Halo. They had to be dismantled, repainted, what have you, but that's what could have been for Halo. Which, honestly, it's one of those, another one of those, how are you gonna really make a movie out of point and shoot? Like Call of Duty. I heard someone say, oh, let's make a Call of Duty movie.
For what?
Yeah,
Pick a war movie.
Yeah,
Pick any war movie.
Let's see, Saving Private Ryan.
Black Hawk Down, anything.
That's just ignorant.
It is
ignorant.
Yeah, seriously.
That is fucking stupid.
You know why I don't want to see a Halo movie, personally?
I really, actually, I do want to know.
Well, I used to like Halo, right? I
Yep.
played the first two, and then I ended up getting, I think it's Reach. And
Oh,
I was playing online, and I kept getting killed by people. They were probably 12-year-old Asian kids, let's be fair. Just killing the fuck out of my fucking old ass. And then they come up and start teabagging. It's like, you're really gonna fucking add that to this virtual insult and injury? It's like, I got killed by a child.
Wait, you're holding a grudge against the entire franchise for that?
Yeah, because these motherfuckers are better at this game than me, and to fucking flaunt it, they teabag my dead ass. It's like, fuck you, asshole. It's like, if this was real life, I'd just knock you out and teabag you. Well, assuming you're not a 12-year-old child.
Just say, hold on, disclaimer.
Yeah,
this is not how he
disclaimer.
thinks.
I do not represent the views of 2 Nerds in a Mohawk. Wow.
This motherfucker just came on the show and said that.
Wow.
I expect the Blackhawks and the Sheriff's Department to be at my house tomorrow.
Was that? Do you hear choppers?
I'm waiting for them anyway. Paranoid.
Sir, you're coming with us.
See, another one, and I see most of the kids saying this, Pokemon, which...
Gotta catch them all. Like
Pokemon
herpes.
already has a fucking series, what more do you want?
Well, they're fucking middle school kids. They
And-
want
and-
everything.
And actually, for the record, Pokemon has movies. I think like 3 or 4
Yes,
of
they
them.
do. Mewtwo Strikes Back still being my favorite one to this day. Because, let's be
Mewtwo
honest,
was
dude, Mewtwo was a badass motherfucker.
YouTube was fucking awesome.
He didn't take shit from no one. He's just like, oh, you don't like how I think? Well, guess what?
Hey,
That's
guess
what
what?
I
I
think
will
of
just
you.
crush your mind with mine.
His little ball hands at the beginning when he's getting the storm to come in. I'm just like,
I'll give you some ball hands.
I know, it's just, fuck you.
Man, I hope the guy in front of us doesn't just get out and feel
Oh,
like...
shit, I didn't even fucking think of that.
He's like, Kracksquatch is flipping off the windshield and I'm looking up and going, this kind of big ass truck.
Hopefully he doesn't think we're flipping
That is a
him off.
4x4
That's-
truck, Kracksquatch, and I have a tiny car.
Yeah.
If we die tonight,
It's your
what?
fault.
It's your
We
fault.
won't die. We'd be able to duck low enough to not get our heads crushed.
The 3 of us would probably be able to kick his ass. Unless he's like a cyborg or some shit.
I don't know, man.
I'm the redneck Terminator.
Prosthetic technology is pretty amazing nowadays.
Did you just say redneck technology?
Redneck Terminator.
I said
Oh.
prosthetic technology.
Dude,
Prosthetic.
Yeah, prosthetic technology.
I just want to say.
Sorry, I used a big word.
I watched a man run a marathon with prosthetic legs. They look like backward camera rats. And this man.
Dude, that dude fucking hauled
He
ass.
fucking hauls balls, dude! It's like,
It's
like, no shit, he can like run like 30 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts.
He's like a fucking kangaroo.
But it's like,
Alright,
yeah, but it's
anyway,
simply one of those
sorry,
things like,
sorry.
wow,
Where the hell are
props,
we
man.
going with this show?
Fuck him, I know.
Alright, so, I guess in
We
summary,
could've derailed
we've
somewhere all over the fucking
We've
place.
shown some of the dumbass movies that have been made, kind of bitched out the ones that have no business being made. As always, I'm inviting the audience to speak their piece. You think we're wrong, fine. I want to hear about it. Really, I want to hear some feedback, because then it kind of gives us an idea of what you expect from us. And as always, you want to hear a topic, or you want me to punch Kracksquatch in the face? I mean, let me know.
Can I punch him in the face?
We're gonna take a poll to see how many votes we can get to punch Kracksquatch in the face.
I declare it requires a minimum of 100 votes.
You give me 1,000 votes, I'll Falcon punch.
You heard him.
Falcon punch the Kracksquatch.
Falcon punch!
So,
Sounds like the fucking, big ass fucking rat from Princess Bride.
oh, why'd you have to bring that fucking thing up? This thing used to terrify me as a kid. Anyway, fuck you, the big bad rat. Anywy, alright, so
R-O-U-S's.
So if you guys want to hear a topic, email us the number 2 nmshow@gmail.com or find us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, all those /2nmshow. Hey, and invite your friends, damn it.
Invite your friends' friends.
Yeah, invite your friends, friends, your uncles, any aliens you might know.
Aliens would be awesome.
Extraterrestrial or illegal.
Yeah, let's throw that out there.
Wow.
Alright, guys, that's all the time we got. This has been the Two Nerds and a Mohawk Show with the Kracksquatch, Homeless Joe, and me, the Village Idiot. Have a good night, guys.
Shabba-dabba-dabba,